You know, something about being up here with my brother and doing this makes me think of The Godfather, you know, because we're related and all that. And I don't know if y'all saw The Godfather or if anybody watches that movie anymore, but I always felt kind of an affinity because, like, the Corleones, they had their family business, and the Wilmans have our family business too. It's education. My grandpa, my parents, my aunts, my cousins, everybody pretty much but me was in education. And so if my brother was Michael Corleone, I was kind of like Fredo. Because like the family business just didn't come naturally to me. But unlike Fredo, my family was much more patient. And especially unlike Fredo, when I go fishing, I get to come back. Cousin Joey promised he was gonna laugh at that. Okay, good. So this community, Floyd's Knobs, this community raised me. Like a lot of you all, I grew up in Little League. I wasn't as good as the ones who just beat Japan yesterday. How about that? But I ate ice cream at the Berry Twist, and I went to St. Mary's in the Knobs Church. But I knew by the time I graduated high school, on some level, that I could not be who I was born to become. I could not become who I was born to be if I stayed here. And so I went about as far away as you can go. I went first to Chile, and then to Nicaragua, and to Peru, and on and on. And those first years after I left here were kind of a self-imposed exile, I guess you could say. And I was on my own. I didn't have any family anywhere nearby. But everywhere I went, as a stranger in a foreign land, everywhere I went, I was welcomed. And I was welcomed especially by women. And they looked after me. They saw a young girl who didn't have any family around, and they mothered me. They fed me. They taught me how to speak properly. They taught me how to dance. They taught me how to kill a bat with a machete. I can still do it if I ever need. And they taught me which scorpions will kill you and which scorpions just make your face go numb. And they gave up their bed when I needed a place to sleep sometimes. And so because I was welcomed when I was a stranger, I was able to connect and I was able to learn. And I learned that there are so many ways to do the things that you want to do. The world is so big. There are so many ways to say what you want to say. There's so many ways to celebrate a wedding, so many ways to raise a child, so many ways to cook a meal, to have a community, to run a government. And so, in the same way that everyone in my family chose to serve this community, I found a vocation as an international public servant. So when I travel, like Rob was saying, all these places that nobody else wants to go, I get to travel with a diplomatic passport. I'm not from Indiana when I'm at work. I'm not an American when I'm at work. I'm a human being on this beautiful planet who's trying to do her job. So my whole career with the United Nations and the World Bank has been about trying to replicate that welcome that I received when I was a foreigner. And I try my best to remove the obstacles that people face, especially women, to living the lives that they want to live. And since my family, moved into a van, and then luckily we moved out of the van into a house again, 8 years ago we relocated with my husband Danny's family with our family, and there you are, to Athens, Georgia, about 8 years ago. I've been honored to work with immigrant rights organizations to help welcome people when they arrive to this country and create the conditions for them to thrive and contribute. And maybe it's because my path was so different that I'm so inspired and in awe of all y'all that do what I couldn't do, who stay and y'all invest in the community that raised you. I'm so in awe of that, and I want to say thank you to all of you who make Floyd's Knobs better. To my mother, to my aunt, to my cousins, to my sister-in-law, my brother who works harder, honestly, than anyone I have ever met anywhere. He works harder than anyone that I will ever meet to make this community better. And thank you to Donna, who organized, got us all together here, to the Alumni Association for making this happen, to the people that set this room up for us and cooked and harvested this meal and decorated it, and all the folks that are gonna clean up tonight after we go home. I'm just really grateful. Thank you.